And in a very sick, twisted turn of events, the same words that I spoke to her 2 years ago, she told me. The one thing she told me that will never leave my brain was, I gave you my youth and I can't take it back.
Oh my gosh. Welcome to Men Explain. It has been a while. I have really missed you guys in this space. I hope you like our new set. It's nice and cozy. And I can't wait to get started and invite some of my man friends to come and chat and catch up about love, life, relationships, career, and of course, the differences between the way men and women think. We could go on forever about this.
Hi! I'm not giving her give me an introduction.
Okay. You know what? He literally, he's the one person, right, that has made me scream and get so shocked that I burst a blood vessel in my eye, okay?
Not a joke. You know, it actually happened.
Yeah, it actually happened.
What, 2 years ago?
Has it been 2 years? It feels like yesterday. So today we're going to talk about your first love. So I'm not sure if you've heard of men's first love theory before. It is really something I feel I wanted to find out from you because we have had many conversations about how long you took to get over that first love.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure that when you're sharing it on camera as well, that's going to make you relive a little bit of that incident from the past, memories from the past as well. Do men really get over their first love? I don't know. I feel that for me, I'm over it.
I can't speak for like all the men in the world.
Yeah.
But I think personally, I think I've said this to you before as well. I don't ever really like get over somebody I fall in love with.
Yeah.
I just kind of move on. So I would say no. Like I think to this day, it's still a situation where there are times where I would be like, oh, you know, how is she doing? What
You
is
still
she
think
up to?
about it?
Of course, yeah.
For me, my first love was in poly. And he's happily married, you know, and we still follow each other on social media, and he still like watches my stories, or you know, we like each other's things because I'm happy for him, genuinely, and we're so over it. It's like not even funny, right? But I think in that moment after we broke up, there were moments actually that we revisited the relationship, especially in between my like other relationship. You know that feeling?
You know what's weird?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's gonna be tough to say this, but like before I met my second partner, right?
Yeah.
There was always people that I would date in between. I always hoped for that with her.
Yeah.
I always hoped for this with my first partner.
That you somehow find your way back to.
But I never did. It was like me really holding on to this idea that maybe one day it could work out again.
Yeah, I know, but it could be the idea of her.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like was the relationship even, you know, a good one.
No, 100% I agree. But I think when it comes to first love, everybody finds their first love at such a young age, right?
Yeah.
Mine was 17, 18, 19, 20, right? And it's like, what do you know about love when you're at that age? Right?
Nothing. Really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so to me, it was maybe now that I know a little bit better, right? Maybe,
Is it?
I don't know, maybe. I'm like, you know, after all the different relationships and after all the different people that I've dated and everything, I thought, you know, maybe in this state, would it work?
Yeah.
Maybe now that we're both adults, you know, maybe
in a different phase of your life.
a different phase of life, right? Would it work now, you know, because back then, everybody had like a different mentality, everybody had a different like conception of love.
But take me through, you know, that first love feeling. Do you still remember it? Like, it was... This girl had a huge impact on Avery, by the way.
Yeah.
So, do you still remember the feeling?
Of course. I will always remember the story because we met when I was 14. She was 13. She's a year younger than me. We met at school.
Yeah.
And I remember the minute I saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's like the most gorgeous girl I've ever seen.
She is really pretty though.
Yeah, and I was like, she's the most gorgeous girl I've ever seen in my life. But I remember the day that like I fell in love with her. As we were walking back to the bus stop near her place, and I was crossing the bridge, and she had literally just did the smallest thing.
She breathed.
Yeah, essentially. We were walking across and she held my hand and she turned around and all she did was she held my face.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I cannot.
she held my face like that, right? And she just smiled and I was like, oh my god, my heart. I was like, oh. I fell in love like immediately.
It's kind of cute to see you like thinking of this moment. I don't think
Cute?
we ever
I don't
really
think the word
talked
is
about
cute.
that. So back to it. Now that you recall those moments so tenderly, if I might say, do you remember the breakup?
Yeah.
Can we go there?
Oh, because it was rough, man. We broke up twice. The first time we broke up, it was after 2 years. And the second time we broke up was after another 2 years. The first breakup was my fault. I was young, right? And I was stupid and selfish. and I wanted the best of everything. Didn't cherish a good relationship, didn't cherish the person that I had with me.
You think it's because when we were younger, we seem to think there's always something better out there?
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm always like, the next one is gonna be better. I'm not gonna sweat this guy.
Because what makes you ever think you're gonna marry the person that you're with when you're 18?
I actually thought about it though.
No, so did I.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, I'm 19. I decided, you know what, I've got my life ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I was selfish. And I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. Right? And we broke up. Got back together after, I think, 3 months. Made it work for another 2 years. And in a very sick, twisted turn of events, the same words that I spoke to her 2 years ago, she told me. And it was like, the one thing she told me that will never leave my brain was, I gave you my youth and I can't take it back.
Oh my gosh.
And the other thing that she told me that I will never forget is when I told her, I don't understand why we are breaking up. Because I said, I love you so much and I wanted this to work. I don't understand why you're breaking up with me. And she told me, you don't have to understand everything for it to be real.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Youch. That was like kind of painful.
it broke me. And I was in a very, 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 very shit place.
How do you feel you processed that breakup and what did you learn from it?
It took me a while to get over. And then I met my
Your other partner. Yeah.
who really helped me through a lot. And she was, I mean, you know her very well.
Yes.
She was so sweet
Yeah,
and everything was
she's
great as well. The one thing I've learned, weirdly enough, from her is that not everybody loves the same. Because the amount of love that I poured into her,
May not have been her language of love though.
correct.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my biggest takeaways.
Yeah.
And I think it brought me pretty far when it came to dating.
But I feel like we only know these things later on in life, after we date a little bit more and get to know more people.
Which is why I said that it's so weird, right? Because your first love is so young, and then you always think about, like, if you meet your first love again now, and you're so much more mature, you're so much older, you know, you're in a different phase of life,
Yeah.
would it actually work?
So I actually met my first love again a couple of years after we broke up. And I had already dated someone else. And, you know, true to my pattern, their names are one letter apart.
I love it.
So I'll tell you what the names are later off camera. We met like a few years after, and I didn't realize was seeing someone at that time, but somehow he reached out and was like, hey, do you want to catch up? I was like, sure. To my surprise, I sort of developed those feelings again because it just felt like a very familiar feeling, you know, and we both grew up to some extent. Like we matured a little bit, you know, grew up, and I was a bit more like, I wasn't so rebellious, I was a bit more chill. Yeah, but alas, he did not choose me.
You said you redeveloped the feelings again. Do you
Yeah.
think it ever really went away?
No, I don't think it did. I feel bad for admitting this, but I feel like the guy I dated right after him was a bit of a rebound or a distraction. I didn't feel the same way for that guy for sure, but it was just like fun, you know, for a while. So speaking of rebounds, do you think that you also did the same thing? Like you rebounded as well?
Immediately after, 100%.
Yeah.
Like it was like bum, 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 bum. I did go down a very slippery slope.
Yeah. It was the immediate time after the breakup
Oof.
that, it was back to back.
It
I'm
was
sure.
like,
You're like,
it was, yeah, right? It was so bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think I got into a relationship as a rebound.
Yeah.
It was more of just like, you know, going out with people, dating and
Yeah.
stuff. Those were the rebounds.
How long did it take you to fully move on from that relationship? Because I know that in between, from time to time, it might still creep back in some ways.
Like I said at the very beginning of this, I don't ever get over people, I just
Yeah.
move on. And I've only fallen in love with like 3 people in my life.
So you consider them great loves?
I would still believe that I love every single one of them.
I don't see an ex as like an enemy or someone that I hate. Some people see it differently. They're like, I hate that person. I feel like each relationship, no matter how good or bad, has kind of taught me a lot about myself.
I don't think I've ever fully moved on. The shittiest thing about it is that to this day,
Yeah.
I still have every single thing that
She gave you.
me. It's kept in a little box under my bed.
Yeah.
And it's down to the first movie stub that we ever had together.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. And the thing is that my previous partner knew as well.
Yeah.
In that same vein, I have everything that
She has given.
she has given to me as well. I feel like every little part of me, like there's a very, very small piece of me
Yeah.
that still wishes that all these relationships could work.
Yeah, of course. I don't know whether you believe in this, but there is a saying that you only have like 2 or 3 great loves in your life.
I'll be very sad if it was true.
Why? Because you ran out
Because I
already?
ran out of my great loves.
Oh no!
If it's 2 or 3, I'm on my 3rd one and now I'm like, dude, you know,
Oh,
like I don't know.
But you don't feel like, oh, am I running out of time to find another great love? Or is that great love even in existence anymore?
I feel that if I try my best to find it,
Yeah.
I'm forcing it, right? And I don't want to do that. If I'm now at this point where, okay, fine, 3 great loves are over, I gotta find my next one, I feel like I'm gonna force it. And I tell you, I tried and I forced it and it didn't work.
It will just happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
So I don't want to say that, you know, I have to look for one. If it doesn't come, I'm good with Ninja.
Yeah.
My Ninja's my
It's
dog.
dog, by the way. No, honestly, I feel that
Yeah.
too. And when you don't actively seek, maybe it'll just
Yeah, no, I completely
appear for
agree.
you. So just bringing it back to our whole topic here today of men's first love theory, right? It sounds like after your whole experience with your OG first love, you may or may not have found that exact identical feeling again, or have you?
I don't think I have, I don't think I ever will. But I think to say that you're chasing the feeling is a little bit wrong as well, right? Because I think in a general context, no relationship is ever the same. Every love that you have in every relationship is always different. And I think for many guys, when you try and chase that first love feeling, you're gonna get lost in it, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna lose track and lose sight of what the next best thing could be. If you're always holding on to that first feeling, you're never gonna be able to get over it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think I learned that the hard way as well. Right? I tried my best to like find that, I find that, it doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then you meet somebody that's amazing, and then you realize, oh wait, I'm older, I'm a little bit more mature, I kind of understand things a little bit better now. I don't need that feeling anymore because this is brand new,
Yeah.
right?
No, to be honest, I was very surprised that I felt that way with my current partner. Because I don't think that I've had this feeling for a while. And we've been through so much, like we almost broke up so many times. And I feel like the last time we've had Jeremy on Men Explain as well was a couple of years ago already. Things have happened in between then. We're still together, just letting you know. Just letting you know.
She's not on the market.
I was just surprised, like pleasantly surprised that I felt that way when I met him, and I still feel that way now.
Yeah.
And we've been together for like 5.5 years. What is one lesson you feel your first love has taught you?
That not everybody loves the same. And you can't expect the love that you give to be received. And you can't expect the love that you receive to be given. But you have to also learn to accept that if I love you more, you don't have to love me the same. Or if you love me more, you have to accept that I may not love you the same.
Thank you so much for being with us here today and chatting with me. And you know, we haven't done this catch up in a
know.
really long time.
So funny that we're doing this catch up with work, you know.
I was gonna say, what better way to catch up than to make content with the camera? 3 cameras to be exact. Thank you for being here, and also please subscribe. Give us a follow on TikTok as well for more. And please leave a comment if you have anything you want to add or say or ask. And Aves, if you ever want to come back, you are welcome to.
Oh, okay, cool. See you
Come
tomorrow.
hang out. Tomorrow? That's too soon. I need some space.
There was this once where I found out that my ex-partner got into a relationship.
Yeah.
She got a call from me at like 11 p.m. and I was like, Zah!
I was like,
She's like, oh no, what's going on?
What is happening?
I need to talk to you!